We live? I think we are on both places. Here we go. Yes. All right, what's up? Welcome and good morning to you. Wait. I swear I do that every morning. I forget to turn the thing on. I hope the audio is good. I'm actually, this morning, the coffee show is streaming to Facebook as well as to YouTube. I've got this fancy new rig set up that I'm trying out, which is kind of fun. And also, welcome to our glare protector, also known as an apron that I draped inside the microwave so that you wouldn't be staring at the glare from the light the whole time. We're gonna try out having this light on here and see what happens. Anyway, this morning let me just back up and tell you, the last week or so I've been helping out a good friend of mine with some stuff for his business, and you may or may not recognize this t-shirt, but you know who you are. And it has struck me, the conversations that I've been having of late, it struck me very strongly how powerful of an influence he has with his audience. And I was thinking about it last night because I've spoken directly with several people, and their willingness to go above and beyond on his behalf and to provide him with something that he needs or things that he thinks are going to be powerful or valuable to him is astounding to me. And not surprising though. It's not surprising at all because I know him and I know how awesome he is, and I know the level of the quality of engagement and personal relationship that he has. Like, he's personally invested in a lot of people's businesses, and he is purposefully created a business that is solely dedicated to helping other businesses, not just making money, but being helpful and good. And I was having a conversation again last night, and some of these people that have been with him for years, would literally go to the ends of the earth and back for him. And it struck me that there are a lot of people in marketing and business that have followings. And there are a lot of people that have loyal followings. But I don't know how many people's followings I would legitimately expect that the people would be willing to go as far for him, for the person personally, as they are for this guy. And it struck me how important it is not just to be good at what you do, and not just to be excellent in the output of the work that you do, but to be a good person. When I say good person, I mean, don't try and find ways to monetize what you're doing. Don't just try and find ways to sell things because you can. Don't just try and inflate your margins and increase your prices to position yourself as like a high-end consultant or whatever just because you can. Because I don't even really know exactly the best way to put it. The following that he has created, these are people that know. Here's the other thing too, because even as I'm struggling to explain this, it's because I think it's so outside. I mean, it seems so obvious when I look at it. It seems so clear. He's just a good guy, right? He's legitimately trying to help people, and that's why he has such a good following. But it's not common, and that's what's surprising to me, is that this is not common. It's not commonplace for us to take that approach with our clients. In fact, even me personally, I've had some interactions with him where we've been tossing around ideas for new service offerings for his business, and he has consistently reminded me that we don't need to just come up with something just have something to sell. Like, do these people want this? Do they need this? Do they find this valuable? And how valuable do they find it? Because he's created an environment where people know. I mean, the people that I've talked to, 100% of the time, I mean, you should see some of the conversations that I've had with some of these people, because the their confidence and their ability to get results and get questions answered and get things figured out in his community is off the charts. I mean, everybody consistently talks about speed of response, quality of response, the community itself. Like, it's insane. And I think, again, I'm kind of going on and on and on. If he ever sees this, which I'm sure he will, there's like the bro-brother relationship where it's going to be like, yo, man, I said some cool stuff about you, and, you know, or he's going to say that to me, and it's going to be like, yeah, man, cool, yeah, you know, because you can't really be that emotional and direct with people. But I just want to know, I am impressed. I've been around a long time. Been around a lot of business owners, a lot of thought leaders, and just leaders, and I feel like he is one. He's in sort of a different league. And the point there is that anybody can be. He is a great guy, and he's doing amazing things, and he's very, very good at what he does. But he doesn't have a monopoly on behaving that way with his clients, with his audience. Like, he's not the only person that's capable of doing that. We all are. In fact, his approach to his customers has shifted some of the ways that I think about engaging with my customers, and has sort of inspired me to take more of a I'm willing to bend over backwards on your behalf, because I feel a responsibility to make sure that you're taken care of, right? And I think more of us can do that. I think, you know, I don't know if you pay attention, but I've released a video and a post a couple of days ago. It's actually everywhere. So if you haven't seen it, it's because you're not paying attention to anything that I'm doing, because it's literally on every social channel: Medium, my blog, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I also posted it to my personal Facebook page. So I'm just saying, if you haven't seen it, it's because you're not paying attention. Anyway, talking about how we're in the sort of the marketing consulting space, we're trying as hard as we can to find ways to avoid having to work, which is kind of bothers me a little bit, and it bothers me mostly because I've been on both sides of that. Like, I was one of those people that just was trying to find ways out of work, trying to find a way to minimize the amount of work that actually needed to be done, and it wasn't, you know, I've realized of late that that's not the way to build a following. It's not the way to build trust with an audience, and really it's kind of a weak approach to life, right? One of the things I talk about is that you wouldn't ever expect a professional fighter like Muhammad Ali or Floyd Mayweather or Manny Pacquiao to like phone it in on the like the running or the sparring or the, you know, the mitt work or the bag work. Like, these are high level professional boxers. They're not phoning that in. That's not the way that it works. And I think that we need to take more of a note from them, and then also from people around us that are not phoning it in. That are willing to do the work to make a difference, to actually move things forward. And I think the interesting thing is that you find, and I can tell you this because I've been an observer for the last 10 years, watching who is creating an audience that will follow them. And it's the people that are legitimately concerned about their audience, that aren't trying to monetize every second of every day, that aren't trying to take as much as they possibly can, but rather they are focused on the well-being of the members of the audience. More so than themselves. Way more so than themselves. And so I think that it's important that we take a lesson from those people and stop and take stock. Are we trying to create a lifestyle where we just don't have to work? And if so, why? Isn't that the point? I mean, isn't that what we're doing here? Is we build things, and especially as entrepreneurs and business owners, like, you decide that you want to go and be an entrepreneur, and then at the same time you decide that you want to have you want to work 4 days a week, and you want to work 6 hours a day, and you want to take vacations 4 months out of the year. Like, those two things don't mix. And I'll tell you why they don't mix. I'll tell you how they don't mix. When you try and make those decisions and try and live that life and try and minimize the amount of work that you do, you don't make any money. And if you don't make any money, then you can't do any of those things anyway. And I think the reason why you don't make any money is because people can see through it. The people that would be buying from you can see through your lack of desire to actually put in the work. But on the flip side, people notice immediately if you are legitimately trying to put in more work. People appreciate that. And I think that needs to be more of a focus. So anyway, this coffee is about ready for me to slurp upon it, as it were. I hope you have a wonderful Wednesday, and I did not come up with that alliteration beforehand. That just sort of came out, which is great. Hope you have a wonderful day. We will be back here tomorrow. I'm so excited about this rig because now I can go live to YouTube and Instagram or Facebook at the same time. I might even try and do an Instagram live. We'll see. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Have a great day. Work. Do it. Peace.